It has been said that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. We believe to even know talent, to embrace talent, to place our faith in talent is a luxury we cannot afford. Talent is the tempter of persistence and consistency, the great deceiver of success. We believe we eat only what we grow. We don't work, we don't eat. We get our diamonds out the dirt. For hard work, there is no substitute. No magic beans to be planted, no apps to download. For our family, our only mission is to work hard, to work smart, to work together for each other. Because anything worth having is worth working for. Ride the wave.
Let's hear it for your favorite guy, it's Little Rip. Now he's accompanied tonight by the junior Riptide for the evening, the KBBA Under 12 newly crowned provincial champs, the Slammers. I get a little help from you guys here. Help me welcoming your St. John Riptide. Tonight's roster, we have a couple inactive players. Number 1, Brian Addison. Number 55, Darren Mency. Dressed for this evening's matchup, we have number 21, Brandon Beaudry. Number 10, Taekwon Gore. Number 34, Joel Dondo. Number 12, Aaron Ridpath. And number 15, Kenny Ochieno. Number 6, Marvin Binney. Let's make some noise for the starting 5. From Valley Stream, New York, you know him as the Pancake Man, number 23, Jeremiah Morty. At 6'9", a forward, bringing his game all the way from Austin, Texas, number 32, Mo Isa. He's the big man in the middle. He calls Alexandria Egypt home. Number 35, Ali Ahmed. Another forward from Texas. He's one of the fans' favorite at 6'6". Number 33, Malcolm Miller. And a native of Pasadena, California, it's the gingerbread man himself. Number 4, Horace Wortman. Assistant coaches for your Riptide, Alan Rivers-Borman, Dave Burrell, and Zach Urbanis. The head coach for your Riptide is Nelson Taroba. Now we have an honorary captain for tonight. Please welcome me and joining Logan Middleton. Now let me tell you a little bit about Logan. Logan's strength and courage through a number of different surgeries have inspired the entire Riptide organization. Logan is actually the 2018 Miracle Network champion, representing the Isaac Roll Killam Hospital. Please put your hands together for Logan, folks.
Hello, everybody. Please join me in welcoming our Be Me leaders to tonight's game. All of these youth have accomplished goals in partnership with our Riptide players to make their community a better place. Anything their goals are, and they have earned their spot in our special guest this evening. Way to go, guys. Let's hear it for the Be Me Kids crew.
And now, for this evening's national anthem, it's going to be presented to us by Sistema Orchestra.
Welcome, thank you.
Jason, always a good one.
Yeah.
Every time they play. Every time that it's going to be a barn burner. It's going to go down to the wire. And it's going to be exciting, fast-paced basketball.
Yeah, these two are always fun to watch. What I'm interested to see is watch Carl Hall, number 50 for the Allen Storm. He's been doing really well. Devon Maxwell.
Well, Maxwell's one
Always.
So both from the Allen tuning in to watch your team that's supporting you. Welcome to you guys. Glad you can tune in tonight and watch your broadcast and follow your we'll try not to be too biased. We know which side teams work, but we're a bit on the neutral side.
Yep.
And we'll call it how we think. We think a Riptide player fouled and they didn't call it. We'll let you know.
For sure, yep. I mean, what more can we say about the Allen Storm right now on a run? You know, 7-game winning streak. I mean, wow, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Calms this crowd.
Scored within the first 30 seconds.
Yep.
It was very unusual for like the last home game we did. It was 6-minute mark.
Yeah, yep. And I say calm the crowd, but it's still not going to calm this crowd. This is a good crowd here tonight, Stacy. You know, they're coming out to support the Riptide, and you know, welcome. If you haven't been here, come on down.
This Riptide team we've seen all year, they get their 3-point shots from dribble penetration and post kickouts. That's what they're making. I would say 80% of their threes made are from a dribble drive to a kickout or to a post entry and a kickout.
Yeah.
A passes like that from the wing, where your body's turning and you're a bit off balance, and right on cue, we you know, Isom throws up an air ball, which he never does. He gets a pass facing the basket.
All your social media posts.
Yeah.
Was wide open, dodged the ball there.
I'd say they did. But look at this angle. I thought that was going in.
Looked good. And down to Ali Ahmed early, and we have should be a foul. You know, listen to referees in a coaches clinic once. We had an NBA official come in. He was talking about one of the questions was, what's the hardest call in the NBA to make? He said the strip. When you're stripped going to the basket, the hands are so fast, it's hard to see who it goes out on. And just like that play right there, a good indication for them is does the ball take an upward flight or a downward flight? If it takes a downward flight, the ball is hit. If it takes an upward flight, like you just saw right there, it's a pretty good indication that the arms were hit. It's probably a foul. So just a couple minutes into this one, folks. 3-3 here. Both teams missing a couple of threes off the line right now.
Are you saying the same thing I said? You can't hear one ear. One ear you can't hear. I'm not sure who. I'm not sure. Hey, might be.
Hey folks, just heard we've having a few technical difficulties with the mics. It seems to be an ongoing thing for our season. hopefully straightened out. Maybe you can hear one of us, not the other. And Horace Wormley, a kick out three with his feet facing the basket. Those are the threes that you make. 8-5 early Riptide lead. If folks at home, Hazen, are only hearing one of us, hopefully they tell us which one here soon. And we had travel by Maxwell up in the air, and Brandon Bowdry into the game. Just a few minutes into this one. think Miller's got a bit of a wardrobe malfunction there, Hazen. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe a sneaker untied, broke or something. Good screen up top by Ahmed. Rolls, couldn't find him. Yeah, he's a hard guy not to find too. He makes himself so big down there. Nice wide stance. It gets his guy on his back. And Isom's such a threat that you have to sprint at him, close out on him. He's such a good shooter. 45% from the three-point line. Isom is one of the league leaders. So these, I'm sure these assistant coaches and coaches do their scouting reports for sure. And down to 1 on the shot clock. Ali Ahmed has to chuck one up there from almost out of bounds. And shot clock violation. Well, your defense is doing the job, Hazen, when you're forcing a contested jump shot with plenty of time on the shot clock. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sometimes you look at a defense. This defense is impenetrable. Like, where do you go from here? And all of a sudden, at this level, these guys figure it out and they find ways to get to the paint and get to the rim, get wide open shots. And right now, the ball movement not real great by this Island Storm team, but like I said, they'll figure things out, I'm sure. Horrible pass from Boudry and walking down the floor after he turns the ball over. I don't like that, Hazen. You don't want to throw a cross-court pass to begin with, let alone corner to corner.
2 seconds left on that.
Yeah, right. And Ali Ahmed up fake, couldn't get it to go, but Boudry jams it in. Should be a jump ball. I'm not sure whose ball. Possession arrow goes to the Island Storm. And offensive foul. Ali Ahmed draws the offensive foul. One of my buddy's coaches, the varsity girls, Hazen, were in St. Stephen, and he gives a Gatorade for an offensive foul. You draw 6 charges, and you get 6 Gatorades. And Boudry just off the mark. Good looking shot though. I like the release, the extension, the follow through. He looked comfortable shooting that, Hazen. The first few games, Boudry wasn't looking comfortable at all. And folks, just like I said, a little bit of delay, technical difficulties here. We're gonna actually share a mic for a little bit. If Hazen's gonna give me an elbow when he wants to talk. His mic not working at the moment. Oh, nice pass fake from Ali Ahmed, but great block shot from Hall. Down to 2 in the shot clock. Got to let it go. Oh, foul. Sessions with the foul. 1 second on the shot clock. That doesn't make a coach happy. And if you could see him, if the camera was showing the coach for the Island Storm, Tim Kendrick, you would have seen he wasn't happy with that call. I think he just jumped higher than Hall did to block that shot. Yeah, I'd say he did there. And early timeout exactly halfway through the first quarter, and an early 9-8 Storm lead as we get going here.
Just a reminder to everybody, if you haven't already, please pick up your 50/50 ticket in support of the United Way. They're available in multiple locations around the concourse.
What you gonna do with that?
All right, folks, back to action. Aaron Redpath into the game for the Riptide. 14 seconds on the shot clock now. Session is fouled with one. Reset it to 14. Screen pick and pop by Marique Isom. Couldn't get it to go. Two Riptide players run into each other. Gord into the game now for the Riptide.
Aaron Redpath's in too. I see he checked in after that timeout.
And good defense down low. Gord, good post defense. Gord's one of these guys, Hazen, that you play defense before he gets the ball.
Yep.
And you don't get yourself in foul trouble. Your man doesn't score. You're doing the hard work before he gets the basketball. Aaron Redpath was a good box out down low. Decides I'm going to slow this one up. We don't have the numbers. Oh, finds Brandon Bowdry. Cutting to the basket, and what a great left-handed finish, Hazen, by Bowdry.
Into traffic too, and still gets it to go.
Then Miller into the game for Isom, going to give him a rest. 5:20 to go here in the first quarter. And folks, if you're just joining us, or you couldn't hear us at the start because it was a bit of technical difficulty, I'm Stacey Atkinson, Hazen Merchant in the broadcast with me as usual, and welcome everybody to this YouTube channel. You can watch this basketball game. Island Storm fans, you can watch. Riptide fans who couldn't make it here tonight, and obviously loved ones and friends of these young men on the floor. And Aaron Redpath with a near steal, just slipped on the floor, couldn't get it to go. Towel boy out there wiping it up. So Hazen, we got word, your mic is working now?
Yeah,
you're good to
we
go.
seem to be good there now.
Wow, move down low. Wow. And I'll say 4-3 as the shot clock's running out. Couldn't get it to go, and fight for the rebound, and Miller comes up with it. Double pass, overload one side. We find, bang!
Horace Wormley, the one and only gingerbread man.
Well, when you overload a side like that at this level, at the NBA level, it's where you find your shooters. Ball's reversed. That guy that's in the corner, sprint to the opposite corner, keep overloading that side. You're going to get wide open shots.
Yep. I like the confidence out of Aaron Redpath. He before it even released from Horace Wormley, he'd already put his hands up. That was a three.
Yeah. He was making sure the referee knew, and he was sure it was going in.
Yeah. Yeah. And we got Devon Maxwell on the line shooting too. Mad Max, he's been
tearing it up.
Wow.
Maxwell averaging 18 points a game, 7 rebounds. Only a 55% free throw shooter, but makes that first one and makes the second one. So that
rising all the time.
That percentage is going up.
He's a tough defender. He can do it on both ends, but you're going to work hard if you're going against Devon Maxwell.
And Miller to the rim, got it stripped. Redpath with an up fake and a shot, and gets it to go. And Redpath for 3. Wormley was wide open to the right, just made a 3. I thought that extra pass was coming, but Redpath.
I did too.
You know, when you think you can make a shot, take a shot.
That's right.
And Gord just couldn't handle that. That will stay Island Storm basketball. And Brad State's a New Brunswick native into the game. Hazen for the Island Storm. Always enjoy watching him play. Coached him against him in high school, like I said, and never liked coaching him against him in high school, but it was always fun to watch him play for sure.
No, I can't imagine liking to coach against him. He's pretty good.
Well, you can imagine at the high school level with that vertical and that size.
That's too soft. That's too soft.
And first foul on Aaron Redpath. That puts Henry to the line for a couple. Henry, a 60% free throw shooter, Hazen.
Yeah, he missed the first. He's going to look to make the second, though.
Off the mark and two. The Miller fights for the rebound. But Henry right there, fighting hard himself. Saves a possession for his team. A kick out three for Maxwell and off the mark. Horace Wormley defended that down low. You know, with that strip had to kind of change your position on how you were bringing it up. Couldn't bring that straight up and missed the shot.
And the Riptide dodged a bullet there. Devon pulls up. Just off the mark.
Now, Brandon Bowdry just off balance there. Wow, yes, about 2 or 3 rebounds now, Hazen. This Riptide team couldn't get their hands on.
Oh,
and nice op fake by Ase inside. I think I'm pronouncing that name right, Ase.
Yep.
Nice little, nice professional move with a pump fake. Get your man in the air, lean in, and get yourself to the free throw line. And we have Rashawn Wynn getting set to check into the game for the Island Storm, Hazen. And 2:58 to go here in the first quarter. 17-13 Riptide lead. Horace Wormley looking to run something. A little contact out there. No call. Finds a wide open Miller. Decides not to shoot. Finds a not wide open Redpath, who makes the shot and was fouled. You cannot come under a shooter. A shooter is a shooter until he hits the floor. So if you're landing on the defender, that's a dangerous play. So
right.
To cut that out, the rule, I think about 10 years back, especially at the professional level, was you're a shooter until you hit the floor.
Yep.
That saves landing on people, on defenders' feet, spraining ankles, et cetera, et cetera. And that's just what happened right there. Redpath,
4-point play.
4-point play. Riptide playing well, looking to break the 7-game win streak this Island Storm team has. And Horace Wormley reaching in outside. Thought he had all ball there, but referee says I was right there, had a good look, and I'm the guy with the whistle. Morty and Vinny checking into the game for Redpath. And Wormley going to get a rest. And good defense down low by Bowdry. Good post defense. And look at Bowdry get up. And Benny penetrate. Off the mark. Couldn't get it to go. Couldn't get the follow to go. You know, Hazen haven't seen Benny play a lot this year. You know,
no, we haven't. Nope.
You know, he
recovers because the steal there.
Recovers from one injury, and he's almost ready to play, and he dislocates an ankle. And here comes Miller. Wow, gets fouled on the two-hand dunk attempt. Could have been a dangerous play, but Miller hangs on the rim, saves himself from falling on his back.
Breakaway.
It's not a, we got a fan holler and breakaway, but it's not a breakaway foul if he's attempting a shot. If he had fouled him from behind before he got into his steps, then it's a breakaway foul, 2 shots in the ball, obviously. But when he's in his shot attempt, it's just clearly, you know, trying to block the shot.
And smart move out of Sessions, you know, put him on the line. Well, make him earn it.
Hey, he got up over the rim to attempt that. I think he got a lot of ball and raked some arm at the same time and made a little body, but. Miller, an 81% free throw shooter, takes advantage of that. Big rebound, Ali Ahmed, and here comes Malcolm Miller. D'd up well out top.
By Mad Max.
Mad Max will dribble handoff out there. Gord looking for Ali Ahmed, finds Benny. Benny says that's how we get a pass to Benny by Gord, and then a little bit of a move and screen. Sometimes if the guy with the ball is moving before you get that chance to set that screen, you're going to try to find that defender and get called for a moving screen. Good dribble penetration inside. Ali Ahmed right there. Ali Ahmed's not going to block a lot of shots, but he's going to make you shoot over him. And Gord was there, but just wasn't here. He was kind of in the wrong spot. He was still, but to try to get in front of the ball handler, he moving his hip a little bit. Danny right there calls the block. 2 shots at the line.
And we got correction on the name. I see Kenny Osei just checks back in for Franklin Sessions.
Yeah, so we were saying it wrong.
Yeah.
And win off the mark from the free throw line. Ali Ahmed, so I'm going to bring this up. Benny says, let's slow things down. Let's get organized. We get a 2-for-1 here, Hazen. Should get 2 out of these last 3 possessions. And we got an offensive foul. You know, shoulder to sternum. Shoulder to sternum. There wasn't a ton of contact there, but you know, like I said, when you put your shoulder in the middle of that guy's chest and he goes down, he's going to sell it to the referee. And
oh yeah,
offensive foul. And Ali Ahmed doesn't like to give those out, Hazen, because if he's going to commit 5 or 6 fouls, he wants to do it on the defensive end.
Defensive end.
Now we got a drag of the pivot foot there, travel. Yeah, no question. He went.
Good eye.
He covered a long distance there. Carl Hall did. I like the move though, the up and under to go by, but he did drag that pivot foot. And Benny with 8 seconds, he gets a screen from Ali Ahmed up top. Finds himself wide open. Knocks down the 17-footer.
Benny gets himself on the floor, on the board.
And folks, just like that, you know, it's started out the first 6 minutes of the game, basically 3 or 4 lead changes, and all of a sudden Riptide 25-13. This Island Storm just not getting anything to go. And folks, we want to give a big shout out to Keegan tonight. He's home, not feeling well, couldn't make the basketball game, and big shout out to him. Keegan, glad you're watching, buddy. Wish you were here supporting this Riptide team, because we always hear you from the stands.
We miss you, buddy.
Auto and travel insurance. C, travel agency. D, roadside assistance.
7 points for Aaron Redpath, 6 points for Horace Wormley. Lead the way for the Riptide. 6 points for Carl Hall and 3 for Chris Anderson in that first quarter. Rebounds are even at 13 apiece. Assists obviously go to the Riptide, 7 assists to 2, which is really good. Riptide average only about 21 assists a game. I'd like to see that up around the 28, 29 mark, and they're on pace for 28, so that's good. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Doing well.
5 for 8 from the three-point line, 62.5% for the Riptide. 8 for 19 from 2-point field goal range, 42%. And the Island Storm only 1 for 9 from the three-point line, at just a hair over 11%, and 4 for 22 from the floor for 18.2%. So obviously the conversation of the timeout for Coach Kendrick is, all right, guys. Okay, we're getting shots, but maybe there are shots with all kinds of hand pressure. Maybe they're even we're shooting the ball in the paint. We're getting post touches down there, but they're highly contested post touches. So let's work that basketball. Do what we've been doing to get that 7-game win streak.
Yeah.
Wait, a little slip screen from Ali Ahmed, and a double pass up top down to Ali Ahmed. All kinds of contact, gets the bucket to go. He is so strong.
Man, he is strong.
He is so strong.
And I mean, the guys he's D'd up by, you know, they're big guys too. He's working hard to do that. Well, against Carl Hall and Devon Maxwell. I mean, the names are huge.
It's all about how low you get in the post. You get down low and you push. You get your butt into that guy and you fight for position down there. You're going to be stronger moving backwards than he is, standing up a bit straight, defending you from behind.
Right.
So if Ali Ahmed wants this spot, he is taking this spot. And you've got to try to play defense after he gets the ball now. And Hall with a power move himself down low, a little simple drop step, half hook. He's pretty good going to his left, shooting with his right hand, Hall is. And Benny weaves his way inside for a couple. Nice looking move from Marvin Benny.
That's what I like to see out of Marvin Benny.
Well, I'm glad we get to finally see him play. Like I said, he's injured, and then he ready to play, and he dislocates his finger. Actually, it was so bad the bone come out through the skin.
Yeah, broke through the skin.
So then he was another week or two before he could play again.
He's still got it bandaged up, but playing well.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, playing well.
Nice fella too. Nice guy.
He is.
You talk to him.
Yeah.
Pregame and always smiling. Always getting the guys going. Morty off the mark. Like I said earlier, the threes that you make are kickouts from post players and kickouts from dribble drives.
Yep.
When you're dribbling the ball around up top, you shoot a three, it doesn't have the same percentage of going in as, like I said, a kickout. You're already facing the basket, your feet are already set. You're not getting a pass, moving, with your body swinging and et cetera. And, well, I'm not. That's one Isom's. Okay, they gotta switch. You're 6'11", you got a 5'11" guy guarding you. Just pull up and shoot that basketball from the free throw line.
Yeah.
And down to 2 on the shot clock. Benny gets free. Gets it to go. Gets it to go. He does. And 6 quick points for Marvin Benny.
Number 6 got 6.
Now,
And
Malcolm Miller.
Malcolm Miller. He's not missing that one.
They're not going to catch him to foul him on that one. He's got some explosion in those legs, doesn't he?
Whoa. Wow. So fun to watch him.
Pretty to watch. Pretty to watch. And he gets going. And Benny with the strip down low. We got numbers if he pushes that basketball. Good screen from Ahmed up top. Miller just made one.
Bang. Hits again.
And Coach Kendrick says, I've seen enough. I've seen enough about 5 times here already, but it was my second time out. 37-18, this Riptide team rolling. And we'll talk about that 4-game losing streak, Hazen.
Yep.
4-game losing streak by this Riptide team. Okay, so Benny's injured. So we don't really have a true backup point guard to Horace Wormley. So you struggle. So if Wormley's only playing 30 minutes, you're going to struggle for the other 18 minutes. And we have a bunch of new players: Ali Ahmed, Gord, and Boudry who come in. Okay, coaches getting them tons of minutes. You got new players on your team. You can't obviously can't play well to full potential anyway with a bunch of new players on your team. It's going to take look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're just starting to get some wins now with all the with 5 or 6 players, new players on their team, and they did it early enough that they're going to be ready for playoffs. Same with this Riptide team, looking to get going and looking like they're gelling a little bit better tonight.
I'd say for sure, yeah.
Than they were in that 4-game losing streak for sure.
Yep.
And back to action, and Sessions quickly dribbles that ball off the floor. Getting full use of this shot clock. I say quickly, it was about 1 second. He was one end to the other. And way off the mark. Miller grabs the rebound. So it's contested jump shot and box out. That's how you win basketball games, Hazen. And Marique Isom to the rim. That's how you win games also.
I was just going to say, that'll do too, Stacey.
That will do too, yeah. And what did Greg Popovich say for the Spurs? Always great minute at halftime interviews, right? Coach, what do you got to do to win this basketball game? We got to score more points than that.
That's right.
It's pretty simple. And how do you score more points is the question. You contest jump shots and box out at one end, and that's if you don't get the steal. The worst you're giving up is a contested jump shot, box out, and you're getting to the paint, you're getting stuff in the paint, and knocking down wide open shots at the other end. But right now, this Riptide team hasn't doing it on the defensive end, like I said, and 6 fast break points already for them also.
Yeah.
Benny doing a great job because, I'd have fallen down Session for those fakes on me out there. And I'd probably still be down.
As Chris Anderson travels there. Riptide team, some hard defense forced them to foul or to travel.
Yeah, we're looking at Miller sporting the big bandage above the eye, got a cut above the eye, and previous game, Hazen, was that what it was? Or practice?
No, it was in this game, first quarter.
Oh, first quarter, that's why he went off.
That's why he went off, yeah.
I thought it was, I thought somebody said equipment failure. So he's a gamer. Next we'll see him with the mask.
Oh, Benny with the steal.
Benny with the steal. Finds a red path and a 4-on-0 fast break. Coach Kendrick cannot be happy about that. And Island Storm fans, I'm hoping you're not at home happy about that either. A 4-on-0 break.
Marvin Benny, not greedy at all. Could have drove to the net and says, I'll get the assist on this.
Yeah, and red path now with 9 points. That's what a point guard does. A point guard makes everybody happy.
He's doing just that.
He's making us happy, making these fans happy, as well as his teammates. So you're doing a good job. And Miller finds an Isom to the rim, elevates, finds a wide open red path who just made one. And at the shot clock buzzer again, this Riptide team nails another 3.
Wow. Aaron Redpath, 12 points.
And Anderson down low finds Hall. You're always going to find Hall. He makes himself big down there. He's so strong.
Hey guys, if you receive 2 tickets from the dancers, that means you
And Joel Ndondo checking into the game. Hazen going to give Ali Ahmed a rest. And as is Wormley and Gord, or Boudry, sorry, checking into the game. The luxury of throwing fresh bodies in there when you're up by 23 points in the first half, right?
Yeah.
Oh, near steal by Boudry. Like Boudry does a good job of getting his body in front of the ball, keeping it there. And Marique Isom gets undercut down low and gets himself to the free throw line.
The drive to the airport should not take longer than your flight. YSJ, your St. John Airport, is your gateway to the world. YSJ, proud sponsor of the St. John Riptide, support your local team.
And 7 points now for Marique Isom. Playing well, Hazen.
You're right, he is, yeah.
And Osei up top, off the mark. And, whoa, it looked pretty clear that it was Riptide basketball, but referee
I think it was off Kenny Osei.
I would say, now we got a, maybe, yeah, they're changing the call. It is Riptide basketball.
Yeah, it was clearly off Kenny.
And Coach Kendrick wants the original call, of course. It would have been his ball. From here, it was clearly off Island Storm player.
Well, down 25, I would want it too.
Yeah, you want every call you can get. Yeah, no question. And I like to see Marique Isom just jack that. You know, Anderson wants to play him with his hands down by his knees and just make him pay for that. And then Dondo down low, couldn't get it to go. Had a bit of a mismatch down there and all the switches that were going on.
That would have been big.
And good defense, Isom. Anderson right there almost gets the roll. And Joel Ndondo
fighting hard for that.
Aaron Redpath has already made a couple.
Dang. Aaron Redpath, 4 in a row.
Wow.
That bench comes alive.
That'll up the percentage. You know, Redpath started this game with about 33% from the three-point line, so he's struggling a bit. Not, you know, and that's not a real bad percentage. You normally want, as a pro level, you want 35, 36%, but that percentage just went up.
I tell him every time we talk, I say, shoot the lights out, young man, you can do her. And he's showing me he can.
Well, you know, you watch him in practice, and he's, you know, 15, 16 in a row from the three-point line. Miss one, maybe miss two, and another 8 or 9 in a row. So it's there. You just have to transition that from shooting in practice to shooting in games when you're being rushed a little bit more. And Coach Torobo wants a timeout. 49-23. Upset, they scored 2 free throws in five possessions. When we want to talk this defense over, I'm not liking what I'm seeing.
We can't have them 2 free throws. No.
St. John Riptide. Gorman Nason is a full-service Atlantic Canadian law firm based right here in St. John at 121 Jermaine Street. For your personal or corporate legal needs, look no further than Gorman Nason. RNS is an independent co-educational boarding and day school for grades 6 to 12 that offer innovative, world-class learning experiences in a safe and caring school community. RNS challenges its students to be active, compassionate leaders with a global perspective and the determination to make a difference. Go Riptide.
So what are you guys doing after the game this evening? I'll tell you what the Riptide players are doing. They're going to be sitting up on the concourse waiting for you. That's right, after the game, they're going to be up there waiting to sign your autographs, take pictures, say hello. Please stop by the concourse after the game and greet your favorite Riptide player.
I'm not changing the way that I used to
And back to action here, folks. 49-23. A pretty one-sided game here. Hazen, is this one still 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And that's the third time we've seen Gord try to pass from one side of the floor to the opposite corner. It's not going to work.
Correction.
It's not going to work.
Correction there, though, Stacey. That's Brandon Bowdry.
Oh, Bowdry. I mean,
yeah.
Bowdry. Gord wasn't throwing it. Bowdry the third time. That's not going to work at a grade 5 and 6 level from one side of the floor to the other, or going corner to corner, especially not at this level. So, you know, he's a smart guy. He's going to look at game film. He's going to look at. He obviously looked at the first couple games. Like we said, he's a new player, trying to adjust, trying to find his little niche in this team, and he's wow, as Anderson. Just rises above everybody, elbow above the rim, and Miller gets to the rim and gets himself to the free throw line. You know, and what I was saying about Bowdry, Hazen, he's the first game he played. We watched 6 or 7 jump shots with the guy in his face that he really shouldn't have been taking. When he got to the rim, he looked pretty good. So he has already corrected that. He's looking at game film. How can I make myself better? Obviously, right? Teams looking at game film. He's going to look. Players, you know, they go on YouTube, they click on this, and they watch, and they assess their own game also. And I'm sure Bowdry's, you know, going to look at game film and say, okay, maybe I can't pass corner to corner anymore. And he's already made some adjustments, like I said, with his shot selection, good shot, bad shot, and now taking good shots.
What I'd like to see Brandon Bowdry do is attack the rim.
Oh my goodness.
Chris Anderson.
Who is guarding Chris Anderson?
That's the Miller.
Yeah, that's twice in a row. He wasn't checked and got to the rim, and that one was impressive.
That was highlight reel worthy.
That was. Oh, good look off.
Brandon must have just heard me say that.
He heard you. I seen him look over and give you the thumbs up.
Yeah. I just said I'd like to see him attack that rim, and then he comes down next possession and
well, you know,
drives.
Coming in here talking to Scott Van Wart before Bowdry got here, they were hoping he was that driver, that slasher that they were missing.
Yep.
You know, we had it in a player to start the season, and it didn't work out with that player, and they were hoping Bowdry would be that guy that could get them a basket with the shot clock running down, or get that dribble drive going, and get himself to the rim just like he just did. And Horace Wormley got him on the shot. Danny Patterson says, yeah, he was in his steps. He's going to shoot 2. 4:24 to go here in the second period, folks. 53-27. If you just joined us, I'm Stacey Atkinson, Hazen Merchant in the broadcast with me as usual. And glad we could bring you this YouTube broadcast.
I see they put that foul against Brandon Bowdry instead of Horace Wormley.
Oh, wasn't there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they were both there. Eeny, meeny, mo.
I thought, yeah, take a pick, because I kind of thought it was Wormley too, and then I seen it go up as Bowdry.
Another moving screen, Mendondo. I wouldn't want him setting a screen on me when I'm running full speed down the floor.
No.
And Ali Ahmed and Morty checking into the game for Redpath and Mendondo.
I think I would have left Redpath right there for the rest of the game. Hopefully you got 27 minutes left in you.
Well, good step back by Sessions. Oh, you know, those shots just weren't going in the first quarter and a half, and now falling for this Island Storm team. So here they come, folks. Morty answers.
Morty says, hello, I can do it too.
And wall down low, trying to go through the Ali Ahmed wall down there.
No, that can be very dangerous, Stacey, when Jeremiah Morty starts hitting threes. We've seen him a few games take over.
Oh, just as you're saying that, the ball rolls down in the rim and pops back out. And Anderson showing his jumping ability while showing his rebounding ability, and gets a little baby hook to go. Well, we got Wall against the Pyramid of Egypt in there, and folks, they are battling. It's like it's like trying to break up a grizzly bear fight. You get in between them, you're going to get hurt. And Miller off the mark. Ahmed, a nice job offensive rebounding, finding
Bang! Warmly.
A step back three. You know, last home game, Horace Wormley had a couple step back threes.
Yes, he did.
That he created as Anderson knocks down a three at the other end. As Wormley created, I was guessing at the time, I think even in the broadcast I said about 7 feet of space he put between the defender and himself when he shot that three and that step back three. The next day I watched the game and I tried to figure out, well, I'm a carpenter by trade, so I get a good idea when I look at things like how many feet, how many inches, whatever. And I watched it over and over and over again, and I paused it, and I tried to see just exactly what that separation was. They went from body to body to him stepping back, shooting a three, and I figured about 8 feet of space he made to get himself that wide open shot. And Ali Ahmed says, I want to give you a little taste of your own medicine down there and shoot a little baby hook myself. Now, again, this Storm team for three, and there's this Storm team storming back. Oh, good pump fake by Ali Ahmed. And
wow.
Gets everybody in the air. Gets one defender in the air, gets the other one to straighten up, and he gets the bunny to go.
We're going to have to start double teaming that Chris Anderson. He's left wide open too many times.
19 points for Anderson in the first half. Still a minute 42 to go in the second quarter.
Cuts it to a 20-point lead.
20-point game. You know, a little something to be happy about on the bench. Coach DeRoba calls a timeout at one end of the floor.
And please stop by our merchandise booth at halftime. If you haven't done so this season, please pick up something from the St. John Riptide. All kinds of cool stuff there. T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, dog tags. They're located just inside the main doors when you come in. Please stop by at halftime and see what's available.
Okay, so Hazen, the topic of conversation here for this Riptide team in this timeout, I'm guessing it was all contested jump shots in the first quarter and a half. Now we're giving up uncontested jump shots. We're giving up wide open bodies going to the rim, throwing down alley-oop passes, and it's still a 20-point lead, but it's a bit of a momentum thing, and this Island Storm team just looking comfortable now. They look comfortable, and they didn't in the first quarter and a half. So now you've got to do some things. This Riptide team does defensively. You've got to get maybe physical for this last minute 42 on the defensive end. You've got to box out extra hard. You've got to block cutters extra hard, and you've got to get out and contest those 3-point shots. Don't let a team get comfortable. And Wormley walks it up, looking for a screen from Ali Ahmed, causes a switch, but a switch back, finds a wide open Miller. A drawn up play out of that timeout to kill a little bit of momentum from this Island Storm team, but couldn't get it to go. Wow, good D, good extra D down low. Tipped around, Miller comes up with it, finds a wide open Wormley coming up the lane.
And the cutting boundary got his hand up. He wanted that ball, but I don't think Morty's seen him in time.
And Ahmed with an up fake, couldn't get it to go, down to 2 in the shot clock. Morty steps back off the rim, but offensive rebound, Malcolm Miller. We're going to get a reset. Coach says, let's set something here. The more we make them play defense, Hazen, the more tired they are by the end of the game.
That's right, yeah.
If they're playing a defense for a total of 25 minutes and we're playing it for 20, our jump shots are going to fall in the last few minutes of the game, and theirs aren't.
That's right.
Wow, and a steal down low by by the Riptide and a foul in the backcourt just to break up that fast break. Sometimes you foul in the backcourt because you don't want to run down the floor, you're tired.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the over 40 league. And neither team in bonus. It will be out of bounds. 24.9 on the shot clock. Only 0.9 differential here, Hazen, between shot clock, game clocks. They essentially should hold for last shot. Ahmed up top looking to set a screen for Wormley when needed. You're going to see a quick hedge by Anderson and a quick recover. Couldn't find Ahmed with the ball, finds Miller. Down to 2, Ahmed lets it fly and just off the mark. And folks, there you have it, 63-43. Riptide lead over this Island Storm team, but they're not going anywhere, Hazen. They didn't win 7 games. They didn't just win 7 games in a row.
That's right.
For no reason.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to see more of what we saw from this Island Storm team in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter in the second half, I'm sure.
That's right, yeah.
And folks, we had 20 minutes on the board for halftime. I'm not sure why. Maybe because we get a band here tonight. They're going to do a little performance out there at halftime. So join us with a couple minutes to go here before the second half starts, and we'll bring you some first half stats.
Under 12 Tier 1 boys team. These guys are brand new provincial champions. They just won the basketball of New Brunswick provincial championship. All right, I'm going to introduce them. Let's hear it for number 1, Colin Tilley. Number 2, Noah Johnston. Number 3, Drew Martin. Number 4, Brennan Seeley. Number 5, Jack Way. Number 6, Ryan Votor. Lucky number 7, Lucas Spork. Number 8, Drew Bray. Number 10, Nate Snodgrass. And number 13, Nicholas Hersey. Let's hear it for the KVBA Under 12 Tier 1 boys team. Tie game. Number 5, that was Jack Way. That's number 1, Colin Tilley. Sorry guys, I didn't see who got that one. Another basket for blue though. Drew Poirier. And Noah Johnson taking it to the hole for 2. Jack Way answers back with a layup of his own. Tilley put another couple points on the board for his team. Ryan Hotor dropping a couple more in for his team. All right, folks, the guys are still going to continue playing here for a couple minutes, but please make some noise for Sistema, the Sistema Children's Orchestra. You can hear them over there by the courtside bar. They're led by Cesar Suarez. Brandon Seeley.
folks, welcome back. As promised, some first half stats. This Riptide team, 11 for 17 from the three-point line, shooting 65% and 55% from two. 100% from the free throw line, 7 for 7, and already 16 assists. 16 assists from a team that averages only 21 assists a game, so almost at that mark already, leading all. From the Island Storm. 7 for 19 from the three-point line. They are shooting at 37%, which isn't dismal. That's not a bad shooting percentage, except this Riptide team just on fire, 65%. 38% from field goal range. They are also 100% from the free throw line, 4 for 4. Only 9 assists. Obviously, in a low-scoring game, the team assists are going to be low, so they're looking to up things there. And folks, just about set to get underway in about, I'd say about a minute, Hazen, and yep, we're looking for a different half. We're looking for a different second half from this Island Storm team. They don't have 7 wins in a row for no reason. They've obviously in that 7-game win streak.
Big thanks to Systemic Children's Orchestra.
He watches basketball on TV every chance he gets, and he never did before.
Yeah.
It's easy to fall in love with the game, like I said.
Oh, it is for sure.
And quickly inside, and Wall getting great position down there. I'd love to see Ahmed get in front of that. you know, play defense before he gets the ball. Don't let him get it.
Yeah, yeah.
By playing in front of the post player, Hazen, you also plug the key up. So
right.
the guy with the basketball on the wing looks up and said, there is no dribble, there is no driving lane. The key is plugged up.
That's right.
So not only are you keeping your man from getting the ball, you're keeping the ball from penetrating in the key, which bad things happen. The ball gets in the key, we foul, they score easily, they hand off for easy scores, et cetera, et cetera. Too many bad things happen. So as a coach, 25 years of coaching, Hazen, I wanted my post player in front of the guy that wants that ball in the post every single time.
Yeah.
At minimum, we 3/4 man front.
Yep.
And Anderson off the mark. Neither team making a shot here to start this third quarter. And big screen up top from Ahmed. Wormley throws that about a millimeter from Ali Ahmed's ear, finds Miller, who finds Ali Ahmed down low, pump fake, gets his balance, and scores.
Does everything right.
Well, you know, that's and one of the fans, and one of the fans behind me saying that's the move that we want Ali Ahmed to do. Get that little pump fake down low. That not only gets his balance, and we just seen the same thing by Wall on the other end of the floor. Not only gets your balance, but it gets the defense off balance. And
that's right.
You know, sometimes it puts you on the free throw line. Ahmed down low. Hey, he's got that 15-footer. He's going to take it. Couldn't find it.
Hey guys, don't forget to head out to the concourse at the end of the game to get an autograph from your favorite player.
And Anderson is just with 21 points now. He's been the shiny spot for this Island Storm team.
Yeah, he's
in this game. And Miller, strong take, little lefty shot. We've talked about Miller before, Hazen. He's just such a tough guy. It's Morty with a block shot. Morty actually led his team in block shots in college.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they recorded that one. That one was worth it. And Miller drives again. No one home to put any pressure on that at all.
Well, how many times have we looked up and this Island Storm team defense just non-existent? Whoa, a little travel down low.
I was going to say that was a travel before he took off there, but
well, you know, there was no whistle blown and he scored, so no travel. And Wall with 14 points and Ali Ahmed, that's another one. Like to see him just hesitate, pump fake, get him off balance. I think you can go stronger when you do. And a quick take on the other end. Well, we said they're going to whittle away at this lead. It was 20, now down to 18. Coach Taroba not liking what he's seeing. He wants a timeout.
It's time for the Flex Camp, sponsored by Good Life Fitness. Show us what you're working with. It's time to get those muscles out. You don't have to lift the big guns in the house. Just show off.
And back to action here. Let's see what Coach Taroba talked about in the timeout. Hazen not liking what he was seeing, the ease of baskets at the other end of the floor. And Malcolm Miller just off the mark. Many times after timeouts, Malcolm Miller is a recipient of
coming out and knocking that down.
A shot, yes. And usually the one you make too. You know, coach draws a play up for you. Coach is telling you to shoot the ball. That's usually the shot you make. And nice save on the floor to Maxwell, and just off the mark.
Hello again. I am over here with the lucky winner of the gift card for $25 from Rocky's Bar. Here you are, ladies. Congratulations.
Oh, nice find by Wormley.
Beautiful.
Wow. Nice find. At 5'8" to throw that little hook pass over the top of 2 6'8" guys. And Osei to Maxwell. Maxwell really hasn't gotten going here, Hazen. We're looking for him to start. Coach Kendrick is looking for him to start, and look at that. That was Maxwell or Hall. Hall get that?
No, that was Maxwell.
That was Maxwell. Got the offensive rebound, score. And Ali Ahmed, pump fake, big man. There you go. There you go.
He's getting up there now, 15 points.
Miller gets a little bit of the wrist on that shot, and that will put Maxwell to the line. So we just say he really hasn't gotten going. A quick 2 at one end of the floor, now to the free throw line. You see the ball go through the hoop a couple times. That might get your shooting going for sure.
Please contact the Harbor Station staff. We got no idea what they look like, what size they are. Just check your kid for the wrong size boots.
And good box out. Marique Isom gathers that rebound. Wormley surveying the court as he does so well. Finds a Marique Isom for 3, and just off the mark. And Osei, nothing going there. Looks to bring it back out. Sessions going to run some offense. Going to screen up top with a little pick and pop. And Riptide come up with the basketball. Little tight quarters there to run anything, Hazen. And good pass down low to Marique Isom. It's a 15-footer. Gets it to go. That's like a layup for him.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen him miss that one, really.
No,
you know, every time I watch him do it.
He's 46% from 3, and he's about that from 2-point field goal also. So,
oh, nice block there from Miller.
Osei survey on the floor, finds Wall. Wall, nice strong move to the basket. And Morty raising his hand.
He was up just as high as Carl Hall.
But I guess they give that to Ali Ahmed. That's his 3rd foul. So Ahmed and Morty going to get a rest. Gordon Redpath into the game for them. And Wall makes his first one. Back to a 20-point lead, Hazen. Oh, hey, Hazen just correct me. I guess I've been saying Wall. It's Hall. I don't know how many times I said Wall. I think he's, because I referred to him earlier as a Wall.
And he is.
Because he's so big and strong that I've been calling him Wall.
Well, it shows he's 6'8", but he's almost 6'8". I mean,
that's wide, right?
yeah. That's from the knees up.
Yeah. And lob pass down low, but Horace Wormley there to break it up.
Intercepts that one.
We got 3-on-3 break. Advantage will always go to the offense on an even numbered break. And Anderson, just like that. Quick steal at the hash mark and a 3-on-1 break at one end of the floor. 17-point lead, Hazen. They are whittling. We said they were going to whittle away at this lead, and they are whittling. We see the wood shavings flying there. Redpath gets the rim. That's a shot he normally makes, just off the mark. So now those shots that weren't falling for the Island Storm first half aren't falling for this Riptide team here in this second half.
Kind of hard to believe no foul on that call.
Well, the Storm weren't going to get back into this game unless they started being aggressive.
That's right.
And being physical at the defensive end and aggressive on both ends of the floor. And you're not going to get back in this game. We're seeing a different Island Storm team. As Hall makes a pretty little spin move there, draws a foul on Marie Isom. Got all ball, but a lot of body on that.
Big Carl Hall spinning in the paint, getting fouled by Marie Isom. He's going to go to the line. Shoot 2 for the Island Storm.
And Hall from Cochrane, Georgia, played at Wichita State. And he goes 1 for 2. Subs on both sides of the floor, Bowdry and States.
Hello again. I am up here, and I'm going to give away one more little surprise. It is a $25 gift card to Rocky's Bar. Congratulations, man.
$25 gift card sporting the Michigan University jacket. His team's still in it. Yeah, just mishandling the ball down low. Anderson comes up with it, and Miller jumps on top of him. Gets a foul. Miller's third foul.
Harbor Station floor crew making sure the surface is not wet for the players.
Well, Hazen, it's been a steady diet of attacking the rim and getting to the free throw line for this Island Storm team. Coach Kendrick probably said at halftime, look, guys, look, we're just not shooting the ball well. Let's just get to the rim. Let's just dribble drive, attack the rim. Look for some easy scores.
Hope for the 2-and-1.
Right, worst case scenario, get to the free throw line and chip into this lead. That's exactly what they're doing. Looks like a game plan to me, second half game plan. Damn, Wormley for 3 off the mark. Haven't seen Binney yet this half. Hazen thought he played a really good first half.
Yeah, he did for sure.
And we got an offensive foul down low. Brad States. Taekwon Gord was there for about 3 seconds, and the only thing you can think is States thought he might have had a heel in that restricted area, but referee right there says no, and offensive foul.
Battery just said, I'm going to steamroll him, because that's what it looks like he done.
Yeah.
Coach Kendrick didn't like the call either. I don't know, he might have seen things different, but.
Well, I don't think Coach Kendrick likes any call.
starting to see that.
Any call that's against his team, he's got a bit of an argument. And he just got a warning. Right on cue. Right on cue. But hey, you're not doing your job unless you're working the official.
Well, he's into overtime.
he's even, the referees won't listen to him anymore, so now he's complaining to the girls in the front row. But I always said these coaches in the NBA that just sit on their hands, like a Phil Jackson for the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
He just sat in his hands for the whole game, and you've got to work the officials. That's part of your job as a coach. Sway them a bit if you have to.
Give Taekwondo Gord a hand. He's going to have a break.
And Gord just picked up his 4th foul. He's going to get a rest. And Benny into the game with the assignment of guarding Anderson, and Miller just picks up his 4th foul. That's just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, fouls on Miller. Number 4 on him, so 2 players, Miller and Gord with 4. You're looking at Marique Isom going to check back into this game.
Great defense, though, from the Island Storm this quarter, holding them just to 10 points, the St. John Riptide right now.
Yeah, you know, when you have a 25-point first quarter, then a 39-point second quarter.
And bang, Aaron Redpath. Well, it's his 5th three-pointer.
A much-needed 3 because, you know, like I said, chipping away, and if you're not scoring, as Anderson returns it, having himself a ball game.
Wow, is he ever. 26 points for Chris Anderson. I think I'd just keep putting the ball into Aaron Redpath's hands. So here, just go.
Well, you know, what's he, 5 for 5, Hazen, you said?
Yeah, he is,
from the three-point line.
Yeah.
Oh, good look from Miller. I'd like to see Ali set a little harder screen, stay with that screen just a split second longer, and cause the full switch on that head. If you're not getting that full switch, you're not going to get a mismatch on that roll. Yeah, stay with that screen a little longer, make them switch, and then you get the mismatch when you drop to the basket.
That's right.
And Redpath looking to make something happen just off the mark. Gord after that couldn't get it. And here comes Anderson. Hey, why not? Little heat check there, Hazen?
Yeah.
And a little ball handling bobble up top. And this Island Storm team just aggressive here in this quarter. Come up with a steal. Oh, and Marique Isom comes down. 2-on-1 break for the Island Storm. They couldn't get it to go. And Marique Isom comes up with a rebound and draws the foul. That is going to drive a coach crazy. You have to score on 100% of your 2-on-1 breaks. You have to. And Benny and Ali Ahmed talking things over on how we can relieve some ball pressure here where that sideline meets the center court. Nice solid screen up top. There you go. Nice solid screen causes a full switch. A full switch is now a big's guarding, trying to defend a guard. You take him to the rim. You take him to the rim, you see what happens. And Benny holding on to that, what was a dislocated finger less than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's going to be tender.
Makes his first free throw. He's got one more.
And sore finger and all, gets a couple free throws. And let's get that ball in Anderson's hands. Back over to Sessions. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Sessions wide open from 17 feet. Couldn't get it to go. And Marik Isom dives on the floor. Loose ball in there. We got a jump ball before anybody gets an elbow to the face. And Island Storm players complaining about it. Well, if it's not a jump ball, you're going to get a 3-second call. So, referee doing the Storm team a favor, blowing that whistle. And Hazen, I'll say it again, Coach Kendrick is working these officials. It's always fun to watch him. Always fun to watch him, Coach. A little hook pass over to Benny. Benny looks at Ahmed. Ahmed finds a wide open Isom, but gets the block up top. Anderson gets the block, but somebody else got him down low. Not sure who they called that. Is that on States? No. Or maybe, yes. Brad States.
I think it went against Brad States, but I thought it was Devon Maxwell.
Well, it looked like Anderson was way over the top. Everybody got all ball, but somebody else got him down low. And Isom, a 90% free throw shooter, off the mark on that one. Makes the second one. Wow. A quick look up top, but a bullet pass to the side of the rim, off the mark to States. Oh, two
Riptide player right there, and it went in between them.
One thought the other one was going to get it, and they got them both in a pause. Right to Coach Taroba. Show us what you got, Coach. Fire that thing up there.
Yeah, you show us how to do it all week long. Let's see you do it. I'm saying he could.
Wow, States.
I'm saying he could, you?
Oh, yeah, I think Coach was a gamer.
Yeah.
Coach was a gamer.
Yeah, I'd say. Seen him earlier in some sweats there, and I'm pretty sure he could put her up there.
Well, as a coach, you always have to be able to outshoot your players.
He's going to be doing something if he's ever shooting Red Path tonight.
yeah, sure. Anderson for three. Off the mark. Air ball. I haven't seen many of that tonight. And still 1 second on the shot clock. That shot did not draw iron.
I think he was just passing that to Kenny Osei.
Yeah, well, I ended up that way.
Guys, 1 second, wait.
So you buckle down for 1 second. Nobody making themselves available. And we have an alley-oop three off the mark. And here come the Riptide. We got a 3-on-2 break. And Isom off the mark. Like to see him get going. He knocks a couple of those down, and this Island Storm team doesn't chip into the lead. We got we're calling a block. It's either a no call or an offensive foul.
Wow. As Marvin Binney just laughs that one off. Okay.
Yeah.
His first free throw. Give him a little more encouragement for that second one, St. John.
And Hazen, young Dave McGrattan Jr. calls that foul, and and sometimes if it's a questionable call like that, you sell it as an official.
Yes.
You come out there, that was a block, and you drive your fists on your hip, and nobody argues because you sold that call. Coached a lot of games in high school as Isom off the mark, and that would have been a nice back to a 19-point lead. So coached a lot of games in high school where my players had his dad as a referee, and when we traveled here to St. John's, Dave McGrattan Sr. always loved talking to Dave. He's a great guy. He's a great official, but he let you play.
Yeah.
It was like a no blood, no foul kind of game, and you liked it because I wanted my kids to play physical.
Yeah.
And we at one time had had a young fella. He was about 5'7", 130 pounds soaking wet. He goes to the rim. A lot of contact with the body. A lot of ball also, but a lot of contact with the body. He goes flying, sliding 15 feet past the baseline into the wall. No call. So I'm arguing it, a couple of trips up and down the floor. There was a timeout, and I said, Dave, that had to be a foul there. He said, Stacy, he barely hit him. that was his comment. And I said, so you're not arguing he didn't hit him. You just said he didn't hit him hard enough. That's right. I'll never forget that.
Well, Dave McGrattan Jr. will call them.
So 26 points for Anderson. Carl Hall 17. 12 points for Franklin Session. 18 points for Aaron Redpath, and 18 points also for Ali Ahmed. 15 points for Malcolm Miller.
That's up on the big screen as well. 0548308. You won $681.
Dealer by St. John-based industry leader in automotive dealerships, CRM.
Oh, you guys are on air, huh? All right, folks, back to action. 17-point lead, so they did chip into this lead, not by a whole lot. It was a 20-point lead at half, down to 17. And wow, Morty, finds a Benny who finds Brandon Bowdry. Yeah,
and Bowdry gets pummeled to the ground, but it's going to go to the line nonetheless.
Well, it was a shore too. You know, he was looking like he was ready to elevate above everybody and hammer that. And a smart foul puts him on the line.
Yeah.
Puts him on the line for a couple. That was about the foul I was talking about with my high school kid. He barely hit him.
Barely hit him.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Offensive rebound there from Marik Isom.
And the defense is extended here by this Island Storm team. So overplay.
Well, they held them to 16 points in the third quarter, so they doing something right.
Definitely. A good extra pass. Osei to Maxwell. Maxwell looking to get going and knocks down the 16-footer. 7 points now for Maxwell. Maxwell's averaging 18 points a game, so he's going to get some more shots. And a little contact down low. Benny, no call. Maxwell comes up with that. And this Island Storm team running. We see a lot of shoving going on by this Riptide team. A couple Island Storm players down. No call. And looking like Bowdry's going to get himself to the free throw line again. Oh, and Hazen, I was just corrected by a buddy of mine. It's Dave McGrattan Jr. Dave McGrattan that's refereeing. His dad is Tommy McGrattan. I don't know why I said Dave. Thinking it was Dave Senior, Dave Jr. But so Tommy, if you're listening, sorry for the mistake. You are the better looking one of the two, Tommy. And just like that, Hazen down to a 16-point lead. But you don't want to gain, as Morty a little up and under down low, gets a little finger roll to go. Back to the 18. You don't want to gain a point every few minutes when you're down, 18 points with 10 minutes to go. So you want to.
That's right.
You want to get some stops on the defensive end. And
wow, they dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, they sure did. A wide open three from Osei. Vinny doesn't have the numbers. He's going to slow it down a bit. Morty, wide open Bowdry in the corner, hand in his face, and bang, nails it. Nails it. Coach was about 2 feet away, and I think was saying shoot that ball, which makes you more of a confident shooter.
You're right.
And knocks down the three. Wow, nice move down low from Sessions. Oh, yes, that's the story of the night for this Island Storm team. Just rolled around the rim and out. And Marique Isom, it looked like he was going to get above everybody and dunk it, and he went a little dipsy-do instead. Oh. Island Storm come up with the basketball. 2-on-1, going to throw it upstairs to States. No, he didn't. Osei says, I'm going to shoot that, and makes it. Well, Hazen, a 7-game win streak by this Island Storm team. Let's see the intestinal fortitude we talked about. You're going to persevere at some point in those 7 games. A little push off down low.
Bowdry's like, what?
Franklin Session just uprooted Bowdry to get the offensive board. But I had a player once say, we talked about a rebound that he missed, and he said, Coach, he pushed me. I said, if you were an athlete, his pushing you wouldn't have hurt.
Yeah.
If you're in an athletic stance and you're strong, that little shove in the back, you don't move. So my point is, it's not a jump ball down there. Don't stand straight and try to get a rebound. Find somebody, get down low, make some contact, get him away from the rim. He does give you that little shove, it's not going to bother you. You're still going to get the rebound. And Sessions knocks some free throws down and gets rewarded for his efforts by a seat on the bench. So,
you got a nice way of putting things.
I'm just going to say I'm a little sarcastic in a sneaky way sometimes.
Oh, the bank's open. Did you see that?
Morty says
banks it off the backboard for a three. Brings it back up to a 20-point game.
Boy, yeah, that spot to hit off the board and go in from the three-point line is very, very small, and Morty found it. As Hall the Wall gets himself to the basket. Gets a couple to go, but still an 18-point lead. Like I said, Hazen, you're going to chip away, but it can't be a point every 3 minutes when you're down 20 to start the fourth.
No, that's right.
Bowdry is so fast with his shoulder fakes off the dribble. Usually, when you see moves like that, it's before the dribble. It's a jab left and go right, or a double jab left. He does it off the dribble.
He does it so fast he's very fast for his size.
Yes.
He's a lot like he plays a different kind of ball as Malcolm Miller, but he's fast like Miller. Miller's
right.
They both got that speed for that size. It's hard to guard them. It's hard to, it's hard to get at them.
Good spin down low from Wall. Finds a wide open three-point shooter, and Jeremiah Morty cleans up the rebound.
Oh, nice move there from Morty.
Now, Binney fakes a three. Oh, gets free for a 10-footer, but off the mark, and here comes Maxwell. Oh, just hammers that and gets hit in the head.
With the rim?
Well, no, it wasn't. I'm guessing it was Miller's hand, and I didn't see it. And the referees right there also didn't see it, but maybe a poke in the eye. unfortunate for Maxwell. You hate to see a player go down like that. You know, Miller making a play at the ball, and he's obviously in some pain. He's squinting pretty good. I'm guessing a finger in the eye. Getting helped up by his teammates. And
wow, I mean, Devon Maxwell, he was up. You know, his eyes were over the rim. I thought he caught the rim.
yeah, you know, I was expecting, because defense was right there, he was going to try to, you know, a little up and under in the air and maneuver maybe a little finger roll with his left hand, and all of a sudden, wham! He just hammered that. 11 points now for Maxwell. He's going to get a sub. Most likely back into this game. And Ahmed looking to set the screen up top, slips that screen, finds a Miller, wide open driving range, and Miller above everybody, couldn't get that to go. Wanted to clean it up. Yeah, Ahmed right there to, like you said, clean that up, and 2 points on the board, still a 20-point lead. We're getting all kinds of contact here. Out top, Miller's still upset. He's, you know, a lot of, when you're above everybody, you put yourself in danger if you get contact when you're in the air like that, and like we just saw by Maxwell. Miller's the same on the other end. When you get your feet taken out, any kind of contact at all, when you've got a 42-inch vertical and you're up at the peak of that 42 inches, you're susceptible to a landing flat in your back.
Yeah.
A little of some contact. And a 3 off the mark. Jeremiah Morty with the rebound finds Miller. Miller surveying the court, finds Bowdry, who is quick.
Wow.
Who is quick.
Yeah.
A little dream shake down there. Defense went one way, he went the other, and laid it in wide open.
You know, he's got 14 points here. Not having himself a bad little game.
Yeah.
Like to see him attack that rim though. He's a big, strong, you know.
Well, I think he's
fast.
I think he's realized that is his game.
Yeah.
You know, he serves this team better attacking the rim from the wing than he does shooting jump shots. We had guys like you said, Miller and Marique Isom shooting 45% from 3, Jeremiah Morty shooting 40%. We had guys that can shoot at that percentage. We don't need you as a 30% shooter from the 3-point line shooting. We need you attacking the rim. Let these guys shoot. You attack the rim. We got a post-up guy in there. We got him out setting screens. Get some balance on the floor offensively. And like I said, him coming to this team a few weeks ago, that's what they were looking for.
Yeah.
You know, coaching staff and owners were looking for that guy that can slash to the basket. And Burdine gets a couple from the line, or one.
Yeah, he made one. Yeah,
missed the first one. Sorry.
Now I just seen Benny sink that 3. I'd like to see him do it while the game clock's going.
Well, we get a timeout, so we're going to talk about jump shots, 3-point shots, jump shots, what you practice, and how you can convert that over to a game. You watch any player in practice, whatever level, and this level, hopefully you're shooting them game speed, but you watch high school kids in particular. So high school kids, you're home listening to this broadcast, watching this game. Shoot your 3s, shoot your jump shots in practice like you would in game. So sometimes you think it makes no sense to close out on a shooter because you're never going to block the shot of a jump shooter.
Right.
But by closing out, you make him take that shot just a hair quicker than what he normally does. So he takes 1,000 shots in the gym that week at a certain speed. Catch, maybe dribble, you step into a jump shot. You do every single shot at a certain speed. So when you let that player shoot at that speed in a game, those are the shots he makes. When you can close out and you can make him shoot that a little bit quicker, it's a shot that he's not practicing.
That's right.
And percentages go down. So you always hear a coach, don't foul a jump shooter. So obviously you're not trying to block the shot of a jump shooter. You're just trying to get there quick enough to get him out of his rhythm.
Right.
And we just saw Benny make a shot after the whistle. He slowed it down a little bit, he knocked the shot down. But if he's got a 6'8" guy running at him, he's shooting that a little bit quicker. That's not the shot, like I said, that you just took 1,000 of in practice that week. And you're closing out, you're making him shoot that a little bit quicker. So that's my little jump shot rant.
Yep.
If you want to become a good game shooter, and a lot of players, and I went through myself when I was in high school. Geez, I can make 10 in a row from the three-point line, miss one, make another 10. But in a game, my percentage just goes down to 35-40%. Why? That's why. Because guys are closing on me. They're making me shoot that a little bit quicker.
Yep.
And I'm not in the rhythm that I practice with. So you watch these guys. They practice game speed. They shoot that quick. That's not in their hands for any more than a tenth of a second, and they're shooting the basketball. That's what they do in practice, because that's what's going to happen in game. So you got to learn to make that shot at that speed.
And come out of that timeout, Morty comes out, knocks down that 17-footer.
Wow, I think Coach DeRoba said, all right, Miller, we gave you 3 shots on 3 different timeouts. Morty's turn.
Yep. As Taekwon Gord picks up his 5th foul.
Well, 5 fouls, 5:37 to go in the game with a 23-point lead. You know, Hazen, I'm really impressed with Malcolm Miller on how consistent he is. He's consistent. He's averaging 19 points a game. He will get that 19 points almost every single game that he plays. You look at even a lot of great players in the NBA who average, say, 20 points a game. Well, they get 31 game, and then depending on the defense, you get a great defender the next game, and they only score 10. Great players get their average no matter who's guarding them, and that's what Malcolm Miller does.
He does.
He's not only giving you those points as Boundary just loses the basketball on one end. He's giving you 7 or almost 8 rebounds a game and a couple steals a game as he gets another one right there. Wow, Gord, Miller to Gord, Gord back to Miller, and
going to the free throw line. You know, and back to Miller. You know, he does get his average most games, and Coach Kendrick has actually said here tonight. He said 33. Wow, he said to the fans in the front row, you came here tonight to watch 33, didn't you? He said.
And they said, yeah, he's their favorite player. The girl sitting in the front row, they just love Malcolm Miller, and he's like I said, he averages 19 points a game. He's at 17 right now with a free throw to try to get the old-fashioned 3.
That'll make him his 18.
Well, with just under 5 to go. You know, Michael Jordan could get his average. It didn't matter who guarded him. It didn't matter if the glove guarded him or who guarded him. He could get his average.
Right.
Kobe Bryant could get his average. No matter who guarded him. And that's what Malcolm Miller does in this league. You don't see him with 5 points.
No.
10 points in a game. You don't see that. Yeah, and like I said, 8 rebounds, a few steals to boot.
And making it look easy, you know.
And ball worked around nicely.
Brandon Boundary hits his 2nd 3-pointer. Having himself a heck of a game, you know, 17 points.
17 points for Boundary. Welcome to St. John. Glad you could join the team. And good defense there from Boundary also.
Oh,
strong rebounder. Strong rebounder.
Still comes away with the ball.
He stepped over 4 people. But a little lackadaisical there and get stripped from behind. Win with the basketball. Finds a wide open cutting Henry. .26 lead, Riptide lead. Hazen, we were looking for this Island Storm team did work hard. They worked hard, you know, for the entire third quarter. Very aggressive on the defensive end, especially between that three-point line and center court, where I've talked before, where I like to see a lot of aggressive defense played, and we're starting to chip away at this lead, and then a few shots don't fall for them. A few shots fall for this Riptide team, and here we have a 26-point lead with just 3.5 minutes to go as Taekwon Gore just fouled out of the game. And Osei with the drive to the basket, great defense by Morty, and again by by Binney. Wynn finds a wide open cutter. So 2 streaks going to be broken here this game, Hazen. I'm saying it. I hate to say 3 minutes ago one team's going to win or the other, but it's a 24-point lead with under 3 to go. Yeah. This Riptide team on a 4-game losing streak, looking to end that tonight, and this Island Storm team with a 7-game win streak, looking like that's going to be broken tonight, as Osei knocks down the 16-footer.
But the Island Storm, they're definitely chipping away at this 26-point lead back down to 22.
And looking to run shot clock every possession here now. Good screen out top from Ndondo. Vinny finds Redpath down in the shot clock, has to let it fly, and nails it. There was, as hot as he's been this game, there was no doubt in my mind he was making that shot.
Hand in his face and fires it. That shot was a lot higher.
Fading to the left, extra arc because of the hand pressure.
And you know, it was a lot higher looking arc shot than he normally takes, but still makes that shot.
And I think because of the hand pressure that got there, he had to shoot over. And Ndondo with 16-footer. Now it's
on the other end.
Now it's just no defense being played by either team. Kenny Otieno checking into the game for Malcolm Miller. We're going to hear a big hand for him from the crowd. You do. Great game from Malcolm Miller. Took a shot in the eye. Probably going to get some stitches when the game's over and bandage that thing up and play some basketball. Oh.
Wow. They just got a steal on the inbound.
And I'm not sure why Benny got the blocking call. He was there for a full second, but feet may be in that restricted area. Danny Patterson right on top of it.
Congratulations, my lady. Let's hear it from Mara.
Speechless. Speechless, Hayden. Little girl gets a signed basketball from this Riptide team.
I just want to know what I got to do to get one.
Well, they go up in the hallway after the game and they sign autographs, so you can just take your little basketball. Take your little basketball up there and a marker.
Yeah, I can do that, yeah.
We might be able to pull a few strings here. Oh, big rebound from Henry and good pass. Good pass. Osei gets a pump fake, gets Morty in the air, gets a foul, gets a basket to go. And whipped cream on crap. Yeah, that's the best way to say that. Playing well in the last minute or so here and getting some shots to go. This Island Storm team is.
Did they just announce player of the game, Stacey? Or?
They did, but it was so loud I didn't hear who it was. And again, Island Storm basketball. And Turbo wants a timeout. Okay, guys, let's not. We're obviously going to win this basketball game, but let's not finish it sloppy. Right. Let's not finish it by by giving them easy baskets, by turning the basketball over, being careless with the basketball. Let's not finish sloppy. We got a 22-point lead. Let's win by 22 points and look good for these fans as they leave this auditorium. Well, you got four guards and Ndondo in the game here for this Riptide team.
Wow.
I've got to say, I have not seen this lineup before, Hazen.
Me either.
The Otieno, Morty, Redpath, Ndondo, and Vinny. And I got to tell you, the defense looks impenetrable with all those guards out there, but they're going to give up offensive rebounding. Yeah, you need to send a couple. You can't have every player inside the three-point line, the other end of the court. There's just way too much defense in there. Send a couple players down the floor, give them some space. And delaying the inevitable now. I'm not sure why we're fouling here.
I was just wondering why we're playing the foul game here. I don't. Like you say, whip cream on crap.
I think Coach Kendrick come right up and said, "That's enough of that crap, guys. Let's just play defense and get out of here." Jeremiah Morty for a long two, put on the line. 12 points for Morty. And Osei for 3 off the mark. Wow, right to Henry. He's going to let that fly. No, he isn't. He's going to get to the rim.
Oh, nice block there originally from Ndondo.
Henry, long, athletic, and left-handed. I watched him go to the rim there, and I thought, well, I'm glad he hasn't been doing that all game, because he would be tough to stop.
Still one more foul to give.
And Otieno strong to the basketball, but Osei right there surprised him and dribbled the basketball on the line.
Not going away easy, Stacey. 23 seconds left, and
well, you know, that's putting Otieno in a tough spot to pass him that basketball where the half-court line meets the sideline. Just, you know, this Island Storm team playing tough. They're going to play hard right to the finish. This game's not over. Still committing foul. And Coach Kendrick saying, don't foul. He's been saying that, but the players just don't want to give it up.
it's someone ought to tell them it's done.
Well, folks, this one, like I said, all but in the books. Morty at the line to shoot a couple. Only 10.7 to go here in this game. Makes the first one. 117-96. It's been our pleasure bringing you this game here tonight. Glad you could join us from all over North America. Fans, Riptide fans who couldn't make the game, and Island Storm fans who couldn't make the drive here tonight. Glad we could bring you this game. Glad you could join us. Maybe sometimes a little comedic relief or.
I do got to make one correction though, Stacey. We were just informed it is an 8-game winning streak.
An 8-game
for the Island Storm, which just got broke.
Wow, they have been on fire then, and come up on the short end of the stick on that one. And like I said, folks, glad you could join us. Well played by this Riptide team tonight. Hazen shot the ball very well, and persevered, weathered the storm a little bit. We could say, no pun intended, in that third quarter. The Silent Storm team played very well and fought hard and fought, like you saw, fought hard to the end. Hazen, glad you could join me again, and folks, we'll see you back here Saturday night
yeah.
at 7 o'clock.
All right, we'll see you then.